Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis has stated that they will be taking in third country deportees from the U.S. as long as they are from Caribbean community countries, CARICOM citizens, except those from Haiti.
The Bahamas just deported 20 Haitians, y'all, and they fined 8 of them for overstaying their welcome, thousands of dollars, and potentially up to 3 months in prison.
The Haitians have their country, the Bahamians have their country, and it is our country, and we could decide how we want to run our affairs.
The Dominican Republic has been carrying out an aggressive deportation campaign against Haitians.
This video shows the US Coast Guard stopping a sailing boat carrying 396 Haitian migrants from reaching Florida. So what's the story with this? Gang violence and political instability has worsened in Haiti, leading to many Haitians fleeing the country for the US. Many attempt the dangerous journey to Florida through islands such as the Bahamas on makeshift boats. The US Coast Guard described this ship as overloaded and very much unsafe. The people on board will now be processed in the Bahamas before being returned to Haiti.
Why can't Haitians get a break, yo? I swear, ever since Haiti defeated Napoleon, the French, and the English, they have had no peace. They have had no peace.
Yeah. There are certain countries in CARICOM that are allowing people whose TPS status is ending to come to their country as opposed to repatriating, right? But they said, no Haitians allowed. We don't need you. We have no benefit from being in unison with you. And let's just roll back the hands of time when we got our independence while all you was still under colonial power. When we got up off our ass and defeated the greatest military general in history, when we did that, our goal to go forward from there was the liberation of all the neighboring islands and countries. And this is the mother thanks we get. The United States of America didn't have independence 30 years before we got ours. And we didn't ask nobody for it. We didn't need nobody then. We don't need nobody now. Right? Don't look for anybody else but God to help us. We done contributed more to this world than all the majority of you mother islands who over here don't want to help us out combined.
Why are all of these countries rejecting Haitians? Huh? We're expecting all of these Caribbean nations to welcome their Haitian brothers and sisters after their deportation from the US. But the people who are expected to welcome them are also saying no to them. I'm asking y'all from CARICOM nations, from Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Bahamas, St. Kitts and Nevis, all of those islands, you know them. Why are you rejecting your brothers and sisters? What did these people do to y'all to the point that you don't want them to be in your country? We are all aware of the situation in Haiti. We know that the country is not in a stable state. Their country is under the leadership of gang. These people have no choice except to seek for asylum in other countries. And the countries that are expected to give them a welcome are saying no to them. I really want us to listen to these clips and hear what these people are saying. And as you're listening, I also want to have a deep conversation down there in the comment section. I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. The video is for awareness and educational purpose. Let's get into it.
8 Haitian nationals appearing before Chief Magistrate Ancilia Evans in the Magistrates Court. 6 of them were convicted of overstaying, 2 of them convicted of illegal landing. All 8 pleaded guilty to the charges. They were fined between $300 and $2,000 and sentenced to prison terms ranging from 1 to 3 months at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Authorities say the individuals will be handed over to the Department of Immigration for deportation once their fines are paid or their sentences are complete. Meanwhile, immigration officials say the department's deportment and removal units carried out additional enforcement operations this week. It resulted in the removal of 22 Haitian nationals, including 18 men and 4 women, along with 1 Jamaican woman. The Department of Immigration says it remains committed to enforcing the immigration laws of the Bahamas.
After them Haitians pay all those fees and fines and serve that jail time, the Bahamas is sending them right back to Haiti with the other 20 of them that they deported. And this probably won't be the last time because Haitians always flee to the Bahamas or Jamaica. They known for that. But the Bahamas is really protecting their borders. They not playing with them.
Bahamas, listen carefully. TPS for Haitians in the United States has ended, and many are looking to come to the Bahamas instead of going back home to Haiti. At the same time, our government is pushing an asylum bill, a bill that is promised to Haitian influencer.
So the Bahamas say that Haitians will not be granted entry for the purpose of a U.S. visa. This is a reaction to Trump administration. So Trump says, hey, the immigration office in Port-au-Prince, they're suspending issuing out visas because Haiti is just unstable right now. And when they come over here, it's an influx of illegal immigrants, migrants, and they overstay their visa. So for national security purposes, Trump is like, yeah, y'all got to be processed in Nassau, Bahama. I hope I said that word right. Nassau, Bahama. That's where they moved the embassy to for Haitians. Now, the Bahamas is like, hold up. For security purpose, we're going to follow the U.S. because we don't know who's coming over to the Bahamas from Haiti. So they're following suit with the U.S. And this is what their government had to say.
In June of this year, the United States issued a policy fully restricting and limiting the entry of Haitian nationals to the United States. In light of that policy, today's announcement that the immigrant visa applications by Haitians to the United States can only be processed at the U.S. Embassy in Nassau will result in no additional entries to the Bahamas for the purpose of a U.S. visa application. Because the U.S. policy fully restricts entry to their country by Haitian nationals, we will not grant the entry to the Bahamas for the purpose of any applications.
Haitians are the Black Americans of the Caribbean. And y'all could argue back and forth. How Haitians are treated in the Caribbean is how Black Americans are treated here in the States. But that's fine by me. Two more or less countries on the list that I need to spend my fucking money over there too. But it's cool. As Haitians, eventually, it's gonna come back full circle.
Take a little bit too long. From they burn the Bahamian flag, they're supposed to be deported out here.
How our government could give them privilege to have Flag Day in the Bahamas? On top of that, they've actually disfigured our flag by burning it. They also had parades for their various leaders in the Bahamas.
When most of them come here, they've already gotten everything free. I mean, and some of them are they owned restaurants and fruit stands and all of this stuff. Why not have them pay their own ticket back?
When you come into this country legal, then you have your children, they born here illegal. You understand? It becomes now a burden on the country that they exist in.
Additionally, there are many Bahamians who feel that governments of the day took far too long to deal with this immigration problem, which has enabled illegal migrants to feel that they are more than equal in this country.
This bill stops Haitians from being charged for illegal entry, stops them from being charged for overstaying, stops them from being charged for paying bribes or carrying fake documents, and it gives them immunity from prosecution, guarantees food and shelter, and opens a direct pathway to citizenship. This bill legalizes illegal entry and weakens our immigration department. Bahamians, this is not politics. This is national survival. We need to stand up for our country, and we need to stand up before we lose our country. Get out there and march. Do what you got to do to protect our country.
Take a look.
Kitson Nevis has negotiated and entered into a memorandum of understanding with the United States of America for the potential transfer of certain third country nationals. And I want us to listen carefully, who are citizens or nationals of the Caribbean community. This does not involve anybody outside of CARICOM. And I will further say that because of security matters, it does not include Haiti at this particular time.
Now, the Prime Minister stated that it is for security reasons that we will not be accepting Haitians. And I want to ask, what's the reason? What are the reasons? What threat do Haitians pose that nobody else in CARICOM could pose? And before anybody says, oh, you don't see the conflict in Haiti, they're not in Haiti. They're literally in the U.S., being deported from the U.S. to St. Kitts and Nevis. So what threat do they pose? That's my only question. What threat do Haitians pose?
A country with a population of about 46,000 people has publicly confirmed the exclusion of Haitians, reviving long-standing questions about Haiti's place within CARICOM. Honestly, this hurts my feelings so much I could cry. Because I really want to know what the did Haiti do to y'all? Like, quickly, what did we do? What did we do? Without Haiti, none of y'all would be free. That is mind-boggling to me. To be excluded from the Caribbean. Why? The Haitian hate is insane to me in the Caribbean. The exclusion is insane to me as well. And again, learn y'all history. Without Haiti, none of you, any other Haitian people should spend their hard-earned money on tourism there. So people were asking, why is it Haitians specifically that are being excluded from the deportees? Somebody said this: living in America, you won't see a general belief that a lot of Caribbean countries have that Haiti is a voodoo land of heathen. So let's talk about this on a logical standpoint, based on facts and not just conspiracies, right? After the Haitians defeated the French basically ran back home, pretty much went on to tell other nations that Haiti is full of devil worshippers, demons, and they do this terrible thing called voodoo. Somehow they defeated us, and now they're terrible, awful people. So now that trope / stereotype about Haitians and voodoo went on to be featured in movies in Hollywood, where so many things are being portrayed, where they have allowed entertainment to be propaganda, and people have fallen for it. I'm not here to influence voodoo or to even educate you on that. I think we can all educate ourselves. It doesn't matter if I stand here and say that people who practice voodoo actually believe in God, and a lot of things won't go through if God doesn't approve. People already have it in their minds that Haitians are devil worshippers, disregarding the fact that a lot of Haitians don't actually practice voodoo. A lot of Haitians are Catholics or Christians. But what fun would it be if you didn't just generalize the entire country, right? As a Haitian woman who tells spooky stories, I get submitted spooky stories from all over the diasporas. And I mean, one of the most popular places that I get spooky stories from actually is South Africa. Followed would be Nigeria. I get quite a lot from Jamaica, quite a lot from Trinidad and Tobago. I get submitted voodoo spooky stories from everywhere. I have received some from the Philippines, I've received some from Russia, Australia. Have you guys heard of the Appalachian Mountains? Have you guys heard of New Orleans? Just a thought. So to pin this exclusion of Haitians off religion, because that's what it is, voodoo is a religion, and not exclude other Caribbean islands would kind of be hypocritical. Haitians did not invent voodoo.
So, Saint Kitts, I don't know why you're speaking when no one asked you, actually confirmed that they signed a memorandum with the United States government to accept third country nationals, but specifically excluding Haitians. They didn't say we can't accept more people. They didn't say that we don't have the capacity. They didn't say, hey, we actually might need some support and we're asking for support to support the influx of people that we potentially might be receiving. No, they said we can't have any Haitians. Okay, sure, you can't have any Haitians. So while you're sitting here on your high and mighty horse, I thought I'd go ahead and do some education for you guys. Just to be clear here, they said that they can't have any Haitians because it's a security concern. Now, after they said that, the United States still froze their visas, right? You're still part of the 75 countries whose visas are frozen. So all of that tap dancing, what is it getting you? This isn't going to be another 1804 video, right? 1804 Haiti, it's a lot to be proud of. Believe me, it's a lot to be proud of. So Haiti, the first free Black republic in the Americas, fought a war from 1791 up to 1804, and then abolished slavery and gained its independence. St. Kitts later got their slavery abolished in 1834, but that was only done for them after Haiti put the fear of God or the devil, because I don't know what God you serve, in them, and put them on notice, put the global government, global Caucasian government on notice that Black people will be fighting for their liberation. So after Haiti fought its war, please pay attention to these next words because they're really important. Fought its war, abolished slavery, and gained its independence, all in that order. They were writing constitutions declaring that Black people were going to remain free. But not only that, they fought in other wars, American wars, Dominican wars, hell, Ethiopian wars. They prevented Ethiopia from being invaded by the Italians. And meanwhile, St. Kitts and Nevis was still in slavery, and you might not remember it as slavery because you were colonized by the British, and the British believe in assigning polite words to cover atrocities. If you call it a polite word, then this atrocity does not exist. They called it an apprenticeship as if you volunteered to do this shit. And then when did you gain your independence, right? Because slavery is now abolished in 1834 or 1843 or some shit like that. Wait, it was gained when? In 1867? No. 1905? No. In 1983. So St. Kitts and Nevis became independent in 1983. All the while, Haiti already got its independence and fought for it. So you're calling Haiti a security risk, right? So let me do some more education for you. Where there exists high value resources will exist conflict. And while St. Kitts is going around saying that Haiti is a security concern, the only reason why you know peace is because you have no resources that they want. If foreign governments are not in your country trying to push their foreign agenda, it is because you don't have anything of high value that they want to control. All the while, Haiti has been treated as a nation that should not know peace, as a project to manage, and not as a people who deserve to operate their own government and manage their own resources. Haiti has contracts to minerals that have not been explored. Haiti has gold. Haiti has copper. Haiti has iridium. Haiti is fighting to keep its resources to itself. What are you fighting for? As a matter of fact, you don't know how to fight because you gained your independence in 1983. So riddle me this. Why are you speaking when no one asked you? Why? You guys are acting as if Haitians do not find their way to St. Kitts and Nevis that they are going to die. Well, let me educate you on something else. So I took the time to research your country and I found out that your country survives mostly on tourism. At some point, your prime minister even said that 70% of the country survives on tourism, which means that your country depends on foreign nationals coming in and spending their money. Meanwhile, Haitians leave their country, right, because of instability. They don't leave it voluntarily because every Haitian I talk to wants to go back to Haiti. Sorry, I had to go get my eggs because this part is extremely delicious. Now, while your country is surviving purely on tourism, right? The reason why Haiti is still surviving today, one of the large reasons why Haiti is surviving today is because of the diaspora. The diaspora is now one of the most valuable resources of Haiti, meaning wherever Haiti and its people have decided to travel because of conflict, we are still supporting our country. Haiti's diaspora is worth at least $5 billion, and that $5 billion goes back home. What is your people doing for you? So please understand that if Haitians do not go to St. Kitts, they will be all right.
The Dominican Republic has been carrying out an aggressive deportation campaign against Haitians. And it's so aggressive that it really rivals the deportation campaign against Latinos in the US. The root of this is decades and decades of anti-Haitian sentiment and xenophobia. This is deeply tied to racialization and ultimately racism. Now, if you go back and watch some of my early videos, you got to scroll all the way down on my page, you'll see that racialization doesn't always have a foundation in what race really is or how race appears. Instead, racialization is a set of stories or narratives that are told about groups of people in order to justify discrimination against them. So some scholars trace the anti-Haitian sentiment in the Dominican Republic back to colonialism and to the ways that Haiti's Black sovereignty challenged white supremacy in the Caribbean and in the hemisphere. Now look, I'm not going to pretend that I am the expert on these matters, but what I can tell you is that the tensions go way back. It's about economics, it's about race and racialization, and it's really about contiguity and the fact that they share an island. I'm going to tag some creators in the caption of this video who know way more about this than I do, so make sure that you go follow them and learn more about this. So the last thing I want to say is that right now, Haitians are facing their own battles with deportation in the United States. And now the Trump administration has just announced that it will not renew temporary protected status for over 500,000 Haitians who have been living in the United States. And on top of that, they're literally telling people to self-deport. I don't want anyone who's watching this video to ever forget that Donald Trump called Haiti and El Salvador shithole countries. I won't forget that, neither should you.
And when I was growing up, I always heard that Haitians do voodoo and how we should stay away from them. But as I got older, I realized that it's not only Haitians that do it, Africans do it, Jamaicans do it, Guyanese people do it, but they just have different names for it. So I was more so scared of what my family would think, me dating a Haitian, other than the whole voodoo situation. I've dated a Haitian before, was with one for 4 whole years. I've spoke to Haitians after him, and I love it there. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, there's good Haitians, there's bad Haitians. There's good and bad people in everywhere. America. So you can't just judge one country for the way a person act. Like,
Crazy. It's about time to free up those people, yo. Load them. What did they do to y'all? Like, I don't know what did Haitians do to y'all? This is the same shit they do to Haiti every time. They do this to Haiti every single time. They use the media, and now they're using us. Now they're using us. Because I see this Jamaican guy come on here talking about voodoo and witchcraft and this and that. Listen, bro, like, yo, that's the African culture. It's not the Haitian culture. It's the African culture. That means it's all of our culture. You feel me? Including the Black Americans. That's all of our culture. We all do that. You feel me? We all pour libations. We all respect our ancestors. You feel me? So don't try to put shit on the Haitians like, yo, they're doing something crazy. Like, yo, this must stop, yo. It's like, it must stop. Like, y'all gotta use y'all senses. Y'all gotta use our brains. These are the same techniques used against black people. These are the same techniques used against black people. They say black people are thugs. They say that we are lazy. And why do they say that? They use 1 or 2, 3, 4 examples, and then we use that example to paint the entire race of people, right? As lazy, as thugs, as this, as that. And now y'all doing the same thing to an entire country of people. Because y'all don't even know how to talk properly. Like, y'all not even saying, oh, the ones in Springfield, Ohio. Like, y'all just saying Haitians and Haiti. Y'all just throwing out places and people. Man, yo, stop it. Stop it with the Haitian hate, yo. Stop it with the Haitian hate. They are our brothers. They deserve love. They deserve praise. Because if anything, they set an example that we all should be following, bro. We all should be following. Salute to all my Haitians, Haiti, Springfield, Ohio, New York, Florida, anywhere y'all at, yo. And this is from a Jamaican, you feel me? You see, flagging that background. I'm not one of them that don't have no sense. You feel me? Know my history. Oh.
Brothers and sisters, let's have a conversation about something that has been sitting heavy in the comment section and many group chats. Why are the Caribbean countries that are majority black, countries that share history, culture, and in some cases actual blood with Haiti, turning around and rejecting Haitian deportees from the USA, turning around and rejecting Haitian migrants? Because that is what is happening. Over the years, the US has been pressuring small Caribbean nations to accept deportees as a part of broader migration deals. And one by one, these Caribbean countries say yes to the deal, but no to Haitians specifically. St. Kitts and Nevis put it in writing, as you've heard it in those clips. Their Prime Minister, Terence Drew, stood at the podium and said that their country is going to accept a small number of migrant deportees from the USA who are from CARICOM nations, except people from Haiti. And according to what he said, it was due to security reasons. And St. Kitts is not alone. Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Dominica, Guyana and St. Lucia has all entered into similar deal with the Washington. The pattern is consistent. Take handful of migrants, keep the door shut on Haitians. Now, here's where it gets real. On social media, in the comment section, you will hear people from these countries saying that Haitians take over communities wherever they are, that they bring violence wherever they land, that they practice voodoo. And I am not going to sit here and tell you that that narrative does not exist. It is everywhere, especially in Dominican online spaces. But existing online and being true are two different things. When you actually look at what the governments are saying on record, they are not citing some sweeping claim about Haitian behavior. They are citing three things: security concerns tied to Haiti gangs crisis, strain on their own limited resources, and sovereignty. The basic argument that a small island nation should not be forced to accept people who are not even their citizens just because a much bigger, richer nation wants them gone. The last point matters more than people give it credit for. The US has been explicit that there is no penalty for these countries saying no. It is optional. So when a country says yes to some deportees, except Haitians specifically, there is a deliberate choice made in a real time, not something forced on them. Let's talk about the Dominican Republic specifically, because I think DR is the epicenter of all of this. In the first quarter of 2026 alone, over 68,000 Haitians were repatriated from Dominican Republic. In the same period the year before, they have repatriated over 55,000 Haitians. That is not a trickle, that is a flood. And the DR government has called its crackdown crucial to national security. DR relationship with Haitian people goes back decades before all of this. This is the same country that in 2013 stripped away citizenship retroactively from tens of thousands of people of Haitian descent. People born in DR, some going back generations. That ruling made people stateless overnight. So when the DR officials talk about security, you have to hold that alongside a documented institutional anti-Haitian policy that predates any of those crises of their country. The country is now under the control of gangs. There is no stable government there. Many disease outbreaks. The United States is telling Haitians to go back home. Haitians been living in the USA. There are no jobs in their country. Poverty is prevalent there. Diseases. And many of these Haitians, they are saying no to this deportation. And probably their alternative choice was to go to these neighboring nations, St. Kitts and Nevis, Bahamas, Jamaica, all of those islands, Trinidad and Tobago. And then when you go to these countries, they are saying the exact same thing like what the United States is saying. They are also saying, we don't want you in our country. When it comes to Dominican Republic, they are putting too much effort in dissociating themselves with anybody from Haiti, even with those people of Haitian descent who've been living in Dominican Republic for many years and they have even got their citizenship. They have the energy to strip away their citizenship to make sure that there's no person of Haitian descent in Dominican Republic. And this brings us a question. What is making these countries rejecting their neighbor? I really want you to just tell me your opinions. Why are these Haitians being rejected by everybody? What is wrong there? What is wrong in Haiti? I don't think it's because of the voodoo that was cited in those clips. I don't think it's because of the insecurity issues that many governments are citing. Probably there are more other reasons that is making these governments to reject Haitians. Let me know what you all think down there in the comment section. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like it, share it to your friends and family members, and if you have not yet subscribed, smash on the subscribe button. That was it for today. Mr. TA, your African brother, signing off.